We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Taken in at the 3. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Right, field, flat.
Lance and company going on 4th down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Ready?
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there from McCaffrey. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Out of the end zone, it's 2-2 Atwell. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Play action. Now Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down at about the 20. Line. On first down, Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct? The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. From the 17, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Rams. Jalen Guyton. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right.
Ready?
Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, 49ers.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19 for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Play action. It's Wilson. That one caught by Carter. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Wilson going to keep it again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact. But he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now Wilson. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action now. Wilson. Again, it's Johnson. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by Fred Warner. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Lance. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an intercept. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. at the 43. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carter. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Johnson again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Seibert's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. McCaffrey running up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
Atwell now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be 1 step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Atwell now from his end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throw right side complete to Carter.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And now here's another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Lance. His throw incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
From his own end zone, Lance on 3rd and long. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 2nd and inches, Lance. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 202 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 10 more there and another 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Try to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A good pickup there at 22. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds Kittle going across the field. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put